What's up guys, it's CG. So this is going to be a thorough review of Paradise Garden by the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. I think that's how you pronounce it. First I'm going to give you guys a rundown so you have a general idea what the fragrance is about. Then I'm going to share how users rated the scent profile and the performance. My wife and I are going to share our impressions of it. And finally I'm going to share my overall opinion after wearing it. Without further ado, let's get this started. I would describe Paradise Garden as a very unique tropical scent. The name is pretty fitting. It almost is like a green tropical fragrance, like a herbal green garden mixed with like a coconut vibe going. And it's something that could be worn in a lot of occasions. It's not really a beachside, going to the beach only tropical scent. The notes listed on their website are coconut water, green fig, and sandalwood, and they don't really put them in any order. The scent rating is a 7.2, which is relatively low compared to other fragrances on their website. 44% of users gave it an 8 or above, and only about 20% gave it a 9 or a 10, so only about 1 out of 5 people really love this fragrance. I would go against this and say I would give it like an 8. I think it's a really good smell. It's very unique. It's actually very well blended. Where it loses points for me is it's a little bit synthetic, but given the price point, I still think it's a very solid release. For longevity, it got an average rating of a 7.6. The most common rating that users gave this fragrance was a 7 or an 8. That accounts for 63% of voters. So that's really what people see it as. I'm gonna go against the grain here and give it a 9. I feel like I got a very solid 8 hours out of it. I think it has very good longevity, not just for a fresh summer fragrance, which tend to not last as long, but just in general across the board, it lasted a while. For sillage, it got an average rating of a 7.4. The key votes here were for 7 or 8. Almost 70% of users would give this a 7 or 8 as far as projection, and I'm gonna go with the majority here. I would give it an 8. I think it projects really well. My friend tried it on at work and it was pushing out quite a bit, a lot more than I expected it to. So I actually feel this fragrance is really unique and it's actually pretty nice. To describe the scent profile in the most simple terms that I could put it in, it kind of has a bubblegum sweetness to me. I know that's supposed to be the fig, but I don't really know what fig smells like. I've never smelt the fig, so I've never really even eaten them. So I really just kind of get almost like a slight, light, airy bubblegum sweetness to it with a bit of coconut water. It's got coconut, but it's not like tropical scent, Bath and Body Works, dense, sweet coconut. No, it's almost like watery coconut with a bit of airy bubblegum sweetness. And then it has like a herbal dark green that's kind of blending all three of these components together and really is front and center for me as more of the green. And it's overall fresh and has a bit of mintiness, but the minty is just like a supporting mint. It's kind of just creating a freshness. So it's this nice watery coconut, kind of sweet, green, fresh fragrance. I've never smelt anything like it before, and in the designer world, I could go to Sephora and think, man, so many things smell alike. I imagine if I were to actually pick up this one, I would say, wow, like this one hits different. I think it does smell really good. I also think it does perform really well, and it's also really unique. That being said, this is where like being a fragrance reviewer makes me feel stupid, because it's kind of like being a music reviewer. I mean, it's such a subjective thing. Who am I to say what I like or what I don't like matters? But we're here to hang out. I'm here to just share my opinion on it and just have fun conversations about a hobby. If I smelled this in the air coming off of somebody, I would think they smell fantastic. I think it smells great, but I feel so unsure of it. I don't know if I love it or I don't like it. Like, it feels like a uncertainty, and the more I've looked at it, I feel like that uncertainty comes from the fragrance itself, kind of being uncertain of what it is. And what I mean by that is it's a bit too casual because of the coconut and bubblegum sweetness to be formal, and the dark herbal nature of it, the dark green nature, makes it too formal to be casual. So it's kind of like it doesn't really go too far in either way. I don't know if it's formal, if it's casual. I just feel uncertain about it. It's kind of like Beach Hut Man is that nice green fragrance that I would wear, or Virgin Island Water, which is a nice tropical coconut. I'd rather just have a fragrance that's sure of itself. And on a day that I want a tropical fragrance, I'd wear Virgin Island Water. And when I want something more formal and green, I'd wear Beach Hut Man. But this one kind of feels like a jack of all trades, a master of none to me, and I don't know when I would actually reach for it. That being said, I really do think a lot of people would like this, and fortunately you could just try this out. You don't have to order a sample online. You can just, next time you're at Dillard's, pick up Paradise Garden, give it a smell, and see what you think of it. I do think it's worth trying out for sure.
Jean-Paul Gaultier, Paradise Garden. Very delicate fragrance, almost unisex, not necessarily extremely masculine at all. Very soft, nice fragrance, clean. It gives me, you know, what I think about when I smell this is like after your long day at the outside, at the pool, at the beach, you come home or to your hotel room or to your house, and then you lay down in your freshly clean bed and you're showered and it's just great. This is a good smell for that. It smells a little bit like coconut too. I think if you're younger, maybe this is more suited for younger people and hot weather. And the rating that I give this fragrance is a 7.5. It's really good.
So overall, this fragrance is kind of for me, kind of not. I don't know how I feel about it. It's definitely something that I would revisit several times. I do think it's unique, it's well done, it smells good, and it has good performance. So I can't really say anything too bad about it. I'm curious what y'all's opinions are in the comments, and also subscribe for future content. Peace out.